Well, congratulations to Francisco, who's looking sharp. Second row on your left.
Congrats, Francisco. Once more, great job. Your pitching came up came on top. You made some adjustments with a pitcher that didn't have much experience, and you still had the calmness to stay in the game and stay focused. And Ryan Rocchio to be with you now in the next round, which is the semifinal. What would you like to say about that? This team has been building character in the last couple of days. Like if someone can't do their job for some reason, the person coming after them will do it. Will get it done. And then so Jacob came, and then Delucia, and so those are things that happen. Sometimes they gotta be here for a little while, leave, and then someone else will come. 7th and 8th inning, Weiser came in and he turned the fire off. So there are moments like that in the game of baseball. It can be your night. It may not. You can win well. You can win, barely win, and that's okay. But yeah, Western one will be replaced in the semifinal.
What does it mean to you to have led the team to the semifinals for the first time and be undefeated and just all the accomplishments you guys are piling up?
Imagine you doing this for the first time and and arrive to the semifinal. It's amazing. This is great. This is one of the best chapters of my life. It's incredible. This group is phenomenal.
And on a less important note, is that an Armani suit you're wearing?
No,
No?
no Armani, another brand. But things are changing. I'm not gonna say the brand.
Go to the back left corner.
Greetings. What was your offensive strategy in regards to your pitchers? And second, how could you resist whenever they were coming near the scoreboard, only up by 2? Well, the plan was to attack Lugo because we knew they had 4 lefties, and we also have a bunch of lefties, and so the guys follow the plan the way it should. There was a lefty, very complicated lefty, but they tried, and then they got him out, and that's how we were able to win the match. That was the plan. Try attack Lugo, put a bunch of left hitters in the lineup, and that helped. But Puerto Rico is a great team. The crowd was incredible. That influence is like crazy. I remember like in the 6th inning, I was telling our team, yo, we got to keep these people quiet, just like we did with Mexico, because the fans in these sorts of tournaments is a huge factor when it comes to, doing comebacks and even winning. So now taking this team to the semifinals, which is something they never accomplished before. How do you feel about that? It's amazing. Now we're in the semifinals. We're going to play against the very best. But we have the same mission, which is to continue to the last day of the tournament.
Francisco, you played in the playoffs for the big market teams, the Yankees, and then one of the smallest markets with the Pirates. And this is, an underdog team for sure. What is it like when you are the underdog and kind of nobody expects you to do what you've done compared to, being the big dog?
Well, playing the World Series was great. Playoff many times. It was incredible. But this is Winter Ball in March. This is, I don't know if you've been to a game in Venezuela or in Dominican Republic. You put 15,000 people, and the noise is incredible. So you add here another 30,000, and this is Winter Ball. It's loud. It's a Latin baseball. What we experience today. Every day we play. We're never gonna be a home team, and it's great. The feeling is unbelievable, and I love this kind of games. No matter what the result, it's a nice experience for those young guys, because they playing in the minor league some, and they experience this, so that means they're gonna know how to control the emotions when they get there.
Go to the third row on your right, Anthony.
Cervi, you called this baseball night in Italy, given the start time. What, were you thinking at all about how this must have been perceived over there as it's going on, and what was it like to basically put on a show for those folks?
Oh, I gotta ask. I hear the last out. The people there, you know, in Italian screaming, and it was amazing. I gotta ask how, because this is the first time, so I believe it was incredible, and but I'm gonna have more news later.
Go to Jesus.
Francisco, you mentioned after beating the U.S. that you have to believe it to do it. But could you believe the way you guys beat these 3 teams in a row? You're undefeated, but the U.S., Mexico, and Puerto Rico, and as you mentioned, with the crowd the way it was.
Well, I think the key was the victory against USA. Those guys beat one of the best teams in the world, best players in the world. Now they're gonna believe. They're gonna believe. I believe. You know, we beat Mexico and now Puerto Rico, and now we don't know who we're gonna face. But it doesn't matter. Whoever we face, it's gonna be tough. But the level of confidence is growing and growing and growing. We got to stay humble, concentrate, and do what we know. That's it, play our game.
The second row on your left.
Francisco, how's the team in regards to health-wise? Are there any injuries for the next match? Do you know who will be your next pitcher? They're all good. As you know, we're too soon in March right now. A few soreness here and there, but nothing worrisome. We made a change, well, 2 changes, because one of our catchers got injured. Winfield left, but we're gonna get a new player in which he's gonna help us a whole lot in the next couple of days. A pitcher will be announced tomorrow, but you might know already since everything's like lined up for that. But I will confirm it tomorrow, hopefully. Francisco, how did you scout Rocchio? Was it easy to speak to him, to reach out to him, and his answer to you? Well, Rocchio, I've been speaking with him for about a year now. He was going to be a starter for me in my mind, but it didn't happen because of the situation with Cleveland. But with everything that's going on now, they all want to come. The doors have always been open. It makes him very proud that he will be in the disposition to do so, even if it's for 1 game. Hopefully, it's better to have 2. And so, yeah, it's incredible now. We're about to head out too. We're about to take our flight.
Francisco, at the beginning of this tournament, clearly you guys had confidence, but when you win games, you can see a team evolve in real time. How has this team changed in your eyes from the beginning of this tournament to right now?
Well, in the beginning, it was tough. You know, this tournament, they only give you 3 days together. I didn't know. I knew a couple guys. And to put the group and build chemistry, we did so many things inside the clubhouse to get to know personalities, because that's what the important part is in this kind of tournament. It's a short tournament. And then Brazil was a little uncomfortable, you know, and the guys didn't know exactly what was the role. And then Great Britain and everything you know, they were bonding together, and we beat United States, and now it's a different team. It's a different team. They play. They know who's behind, who's in front. They know the pitchers now. They're gonna miss this tournament after they go back to their teams, because it's been really fun.
To 2 more, the 5th row in the middle.
Francisco, going back to the players, right? Where you were mentioning Rocchio. You think that with everything that's going on, will Italy be a dream team later on in the future? Like a powerhouse, or with Muto, Roman Anthony as with the U.S. Probably they may want to come and play for Italy now. I really don't know. I think that for our next WBC, things might change. With our scouting, I'm not sure. This is the team that we have now. The ones that we have now are the most important ones. I don't know what could happen in the future. The future is very uncertain. There are guys that make it, there are guys that don't. I hope I can have the same team or part of the same core in the next 3 years. I don't know if I'll be here in 3 years either. Not sure what's going to happen. But after this spectacle that they're displaying, I know a lot of players are going to want to play for this organization. And that's what we want. This tournament should be to help us find players that will want to play for each country. I have 2 questions. I hope you may understand them. First, what are your feelings of probably having a potential match against Venezuela? It's very emotional. I imagine facing Venezuela. I'm not sure what could happen tonight with them, but whoever wins, they're like really tough teams. And if it happens, happens. I'm Italian. There's no other way around it. This is my job. This is the jersey I'm wearing. That's Italian.
And I think I missed Evan, so we'll finish up real quick with him.
Francisco, you spoke briefly about Greg Weissert earlier. Could you go into a little more detail about him stopping the bleeding in the 8th and then slamming the door in the 9th the way he did?
Well, he's the guy because he plays at the Yankee Stadium and Fenway Park. He played against Toronto. So that's the guy. He knows what is a hostile environment. He knows. And he was the guy. And then that was the last hitter. And Marinacho was warming up because the other part is I got to protect my guys. I got to protect for their career. But that's the guy. He knows how to do it.
All right, 5-0. We'll see you in Miami, Francisco. Congratulations. We're expecting Vinnie Pasquantino and Andrew Fischer.
Thank you.
All right, we welcome the captain of Team Italy, Mr. March himself, Vinny, who has the first question.
Well, let me say something real quick. I tweeted it, but after the game, I said there was a Final Four. I didn't mean to leave out Venezuela. I'd like to apologize to the Venezuelan guys because that 100% came off disrespectful, and I didn't mean it to. Right after, I went to Morosi and said, hey, can you say that I came back and said Venezuela? And they got the clip up before I guess they could. I mean, it's my fault. I messed up. So I just want to apologize to those guys if they saw it. I mean, I know they're preparing for a game, but as much fun as we like to have, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody. So I just want to, just apologize for that really quickly. But we're excited. We're all excited for that game tonight, and I just got, I was in the moment celebrating. So that's my bad. I'm sorry for that.
Appreciate that. Totally understood. We'll start with Anthony in the third row on your right.
Hey, Vinny, you alluded the other night to just the process of putting this team together, all that goes into it. Could you ever have imagined that in such a short time this team would develop the kind of chemistry it has?
No. I could sit up here and be like, yeah, we've always believed everything. We believed enough to put together a competitive team. And I was just telling the guys in the clubhouse, they have the belief that I had in these guys. I don't even know if you could put a number on how much it's changed. It's just crazy. The lack of fear from some of these 21 to 24-year-olds is insane. And we just talking about it. They're learning so much so quickly, and it's amazing. Because that's the key to this game is you can't play with fear. But when you're that young and you're in these moments and the crowd is against you, and not in a bad way, the crowds here have been amazing. The Puerto Rico fans who showed up today, that was incredible. It was so loud in there. But the fact that we're able to still go out there and play our game, that's a credit to a lot of the guys in the team who have just continued to stay consistent. And I guess to simply answer your question, no, but I'm so happy about this group.
One row behind, Tyler.
Vinny, when you're, with a team that people don't expect to go to the semifinals for sure. I mean, what is that like when you have that underdog mentality? Is it kind of a bonding, adhesive almost for the group?
Yeah, it is. We were just talking about it a little bit. Of today's celebration was a little bit less because I think we've learned more about each other as a group, and we come into the tournament and you look at the schedule and you say, okay, you have to take care of the first two. That's the only way you can advance, is if you take care of Brazil and Britain. And then it's, okay, we think it's set up for a winner-take-all against Mexico if everything goes according to the plan that you're thinking. Then you win the USA game, and it's like, wait a minute. We've got a real shot here to not just shock the world, but to do some things. Then you beat Mexico. Then you come into this game with Puerto Rico today, and you say, okay, like, we've got some real work to do, but we can do it. And I think the belief kind of began after the USA game that didn't feel fluky. I mean, you could say any win is fluky, but for us, it felt like we just played a good baseball game, and we came out on top. So today it was just come in and play a good baseball game, and if we do what we do, we win. And that's what we did. We played a clean game, again, other than myself messing up a ball at first. But other than that, we were phenomenal, and that's kind of been the story of this team, is just playing clean baseball and doing our jobs at home plate.
Go to the second row, Christy.
Big picture, what does it mean to you to have this team in the semifinals for the first time?
It's amazing. I mean, I don't think it would be hyperbole to say this is the best day in Italian baseball history. It's the farthest the team's ever been. I was a part of the team in 23 that lost to Japan in this round, and now, obviously we've made it a little bit farther, and we still have a lot of work to do. But it's just it's incredible for the federation. Andrew Fischer's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's incredible for the federation, for the work that Marco and Francisco have been doing is just amazing. So the fact that we've been able to advance this far just gets more eyeballs on them, and it's amazing.
And did you have a special bottle of wine for today?
Yeah, there was some special bottles of wine. You can ask Jason Zillow more about that. But yeah, there were some special bottles of wine today.
Go to the fourth row on your left, guys.
For both of y'all now, with all the media attention both in the U.S. and Italy that this team has received, what do you wish more people understood about this Italy team?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I think, just as a young guy, our team chemistry has come along so fast. I think that actually started with Vinny. Just the way he made us feel right from the jump, I felt very comfortable, so I was able to open up. And I think me opening up so quick made, maybe the next younger guy open up as well. So props to Vinny for setting the tone for the team. And it's almost like a challenge, right? How quickly can you get this group to come together and be comfortable with each other and have some team chemistry? So, that's one thing this team did really well. And I think that's a big reason why we're having a ton of success.
I think it's incredible that we've made, today, even though you could argue about why were we playing at 2 o'clock today when we won the pool, and why, now we don't get an off day if we were fortunate enough to win on Monday night. Italy was able to watch our game today, and it was on television out there. And we've been on, front page of the newspapers. And that is what this tournament is about. Yes, it is about winning the tournament and trying to be the best baseball team, but it's about getting eyeballs and bringing people together on the sport, which is why I think so many teams are having a blast playing, because you're playing for your country and you're playing for that national attention of, hey, look, it's the Dominican Republic, or it's Venezuela, or it's Nicaragua, wherever the country is, they're represented. And yeah, Italy doesn't have the greatest development in baseball, and that's what we're trying to do right now. And if we continue to be successful with this, I mean, there was baseball being played at bistros and cafes in Italy, tonight over there. That doesn't happen. So without the group that we have, it just doesn't happen. So we're getting eyeballs on the sport, and we're bringing people together. And to me, that's what the World Baseball Classic is about, is bringing people who wouldn't normally watch baseball to get them to watch baseball. And that's where we do our jobs, is just go play and show how much fun you can have by, you know, the espressos, whatever it is, showing Italian kids that baseball is a game that you can pick up. And we're trying to expand that worldwide.
2 rows behind the last one.
Vinny, you've talked obviously about the young players coming through, but I think Andrew just talked about it. Like, what has like Vinny done, Andrew, beyond obviously like bring everybody together to kind of just be that leader? Like, you're almost seemingly taking control of the mound visits as well. You're kind of calming the players during the game as well as what's going on outside.
Yeah, I guess off the field, he's done a great job being in touch with a lot of the guys. You're kind of forced into a atmosphere to get to know each other really, really fast. And I mean, as you could probably imagine, we're a bunch of guys, very competitive. Some of us play the same position. Like, you can imagine, it's automatic animosity, right? It's very easy to look at each other like, oh, this guy's been in AAA, and I've only been in A-ball, and this guy's got X amount of years in the big leagues, and I deserve X playing time or whatever. But Vinny's done a good job just being able to help us almost come together as one and put that all aside and really engrave in us what the end goal is. So end goal is to bring back a title and win a championship. So how fast can we all get on the same page that none of that matters? It doesn't matter whether you're playing. It doesn't matter if you're hitting third. It doesn't matter if you bat 0 or bat 1,000. Just contribute, whether it's in the locker room in the clubhouse or actually out there on the field, or it's Greg coming in and slamming the door for us, or it's another guy setting up that inning. So I think he's done a good job setting the tone for us, and like I said, ton of props to him.
Tyler and then Anthony.
To either of you, Vinny, you talked about it a minute ago about playing clean baseball, but what on the field has made this team so good? Like, to be undefeated at this point, what are you doing right out there that has led to this record?
We're believing, and as simple of an answer as that is, that's what it is. Is when a ground ball gets hit to him, even if it's in the 7th inning, and I'd prefer him to just step on third base. He has the belief in himself that he's just going to hit me in the chest. And what did he do? Just hit me in the chest like it was nothing. That's what this team does, is every time there's a ball hit, I think it's going to get caught. I mean, Sam Antonacci, that guy, like, definition ball player. He gets really angry on the field, which is kind of funny once the game is over. But, I mean, I could just rattle off names. Like, Nick Morabito hasn't even really gotten any run, and I trust that guy at the plate right now against Edwin Diaz if he would have to go up there. And I think a lot of that is built from the off-the-field stuff of just getting to know guys, what makes them tick. The joke that we have through a thing that we did is like, you're at a 10 right now, I need you at a 3. Like, what can we do to help? We talked about it a little bit, but what can we do as a group to maximize the individual talent? That's what being a team is. And kind of the nice thing about this tournament, even though we are getting like revenue money, is you're not being paid. You're just playing. And that is the most pure form of baseball. Nobody is wondering about arbitration or I'm in my last year of free agency and that there's nothing wrong with that, because the adult business decisions have to be made. But we're fortunate enough with this team that it's just, hey, we can go play. And that's an amazing feeling for anybody. So it's just been incredible, and we've done a phenomenal job so far. There's still work to be done, but that's what it is. It's belief in the guy next to you.
Go Anthony on your right, guys.
You guys are a fun story, and sometimes that leads to dumb questions, so apologies. But, Vinny, is there anything in those espressos that makes you a stolen base threat? And, Andrew, is the Frank Sinatra tattoo make you like especially good representative of a team made up primarily of Italian Americans?
Yeah. So, I mean, my whole arm is all...
He's showing you his suit sleeve, by the way, as he does that. Yeah, right here.
It's tough for me to...
Just take your shirt off. Show him.
Yeah, it just kind of is a ton of New Jersey stuff, a lot of stuff that reminds me of home. So, yeah, I got Frank Sinatra up here. But I think just kind of rewinding, I almost want to go back off the prior question of us like leaning on each other.
He wants to answer the previous question.
Yeah. I guess like a small shout out to like Sajasi, right? Like, it's a guy, he hasn't really been playing a ton And then all of a sudden he finds himself playing shortstop in the 2-hole for us. And he set up a couple innings for us offensively, and he's been a guy in the clubhouse like I've looked up to. He's done a ton for me, just giving me confidence to be out there. Like we talked about that play I made at third where I threw across the diamond. Like, we were on the bus the other day, and he was talking to me like, listen, it doesn't matter, if it's ugly out there, or if you get an out, you get an out. Just go play baseball. So having a guy like that to my left is tremendous. Another guy, Birdie, Mastroboni, who's not with us right now, but these guys have been like tremendous help for us in the clubhouse. Like Sam being able to be himself out there on the field and perform the way he is a lot of it's because of these other guys who are in our clubhouse. Like, I'm taking ground balls with DeCenzo every single day at third base, and I'm learning from him every single day. So I think the coaches have done a good job putting together this team with a lot of older guys who have experience with the younger guys who are open-minded to taking the advice from those guys.
Espresso make me run fast. That's it. Sometimes you get a read and, that guy is gross, by the way. Like, his stuff is disgusting. So he's with the Red Sox, I think. He's young too, right? Like 21, 22. That guy, what's his first name? Rivera. Eduardo Rivera. That guy is that fastball moved like I've never seen before. But yeah, I got a read on him and was able to. I've never been thrown out, so not a big deal for me. Just take the base.
Anything else for these guys, Jeff and then Evan?
Vinny, I know this is the case for you that you take pride in being Italian. Has this made you feel more Italian? Has this made you feel closer to your culture, your past? Andrew, same question for you.
Go ahead.
I think growing up on the Jersey Shore, you can imagine I'm around it a lot. Bunch of guys with cut-off shirts and huge gold chains and everything else. So that's kind of the basic description of my friend group, like a bunch of guys.
We all know the nickname for those guys, right?
Yeah. They're awesome, though. Like, they're at home screaming at their television, wondering why I'm singing my walk-up song while I'm walking out. But
they're not the only ones, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just I'm happy that we're here representing them, and Italian culture is engraved in New Jersey. So a lot of Italian food back at home. I think I eat it 6 days a week. And I love it. So, yeah, to answer your question, being here and representing it definitely has brought some light to it in my life.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from who we're around every day. Starts with Marco Mattieri. I keep bringing up his name, but he's just an incredible man. All the Italian guys that we have, and I don't say that, like the guys that are from Italy and play in Italy, that's who I'm referring to when I say that. Claudio Scotti, Gabriele Quattrini, Andres Annunziata, I believe we worked on that today. I know I'm missing guys, and I'm sorry for missing them. But, like, they're helping me learn the culture a lot, which is amazing. And I'm just trying to learn from those guys because over the next 3 years, we won't be spending a whole lot of time with each other. So I'm just trying to take as much as I can because I know that there's a lot of people that are upset that we represent Italy, being Italian-American. But I take so much pride in it because it is my roots. My family came over for a better life to America, and I honestly don't have any issue representing those members of my family. And it's just super cool to be given this opportunity from these guys because it's just cool. Like, I don't know. I don't have a reason other than that. It's cool. It's cool being able to learn about your history and being able to perform for people in a country that baseball doesn't exist at this level. And we're trying to get it to exist at a level somewhat like this. And this team has bigger goals than playing in the WBC. And we don't take that lightly because the World Baseball Classic means everything to us. It's an opportunity to meet new people. It's an opportunity to learn about your culture. And I couldn't be more honored to be here. And so, yeah, it does help me get closer to my Italian heritage.
Do a couple last ones, Evan.
Okay, less serious question before I get to my serious one. Vinny, did you remember to take the wine bottle out of the paper bag today?
Yeah, he didn't even give me the option to not take it out. So Jason made an adult decision to not let me do that. So
And then to the two of you, could you speak to the poise that Greg Weissert showed coming in the 8th and stopping the bleeding and then slamming the door in the 9th?
You know what we talked about? You like that one TikTok video or whatever where you say the name and then you say something?
Yeah.
Greg Weissert.
Dog.
Yeah. That's it. Greg Weissert's a dog. Yeah, that was awesome. The guy shows like no emotion, and you need that from some guys. So that, I mean, the place was going nuts today. I don't know how it was, decibel-wise where it was compared to our last 2 games, but Team Puerto Rico fans showed out, and it was awesome. It was getting real loud in there. So Greg being able to come in, slam the door. Shout out to Francisco for keeping him in there too, because that takes some stones to leave a guy in there. I'm sure Boston will be calling about that. So the other teams are dealing with teams calling us too. So, but it was awesome. It was great to see from Greg, and he's been phenomenal for us this entire series.
Yeah, you could kind of go like down the list, right? Like every guy that threw for us today, even more guys who were in our pen. Like I have a ton of trust in them because of the culture we've built over the past couple of days, and just veteran guys, like you said. Like he showed a ton of poise out there, and I have all the confidence in the world. We give the ball to anyone in our bullpen. You can go through the list. So I'm excited to see what these guys do for us moving forward again and in Miami. So
it's kind of fun watching him do a press conference. I feel like I'm watching a 21-year-old version of myself up there. So. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, appreciate you.
One more for these guys. All right, congrats to Team Italy. We'll see you in Miami.